The last time I came before you, I handed out a copy of the charter section of Parks and Recreation, regarding Parks and Recreation, and some people shoved it back at me. I'm going to try again because I think that's the whole story that we're talking about. I'm just going to read the first sentence. The sale and leasing of parks without the approval of a majority of those registered voters, electors voting in an election held by the City and County of Denver, no park or portion of any park belonging to the city as of December 31st, 1955, shall be sold or leased at any time. I'm not going to read the rest of it. But that's the gist. If you as a body want to suggest to the City Council or to the electorate that we should vote on whether or not to lease a part of our parks, you are certainly welcome to do that. But it is not your prerogative to decide what the electors of the city are to decide, whether or not we should have fee-based events. I have worked with Mayor McNichols and his city attorney, Max Zoll, with Steve Kaplan and Patty Wells under Mayor Pena, with Dan Muse and Wally Wortham with Mayor Webb. All the time I worked with those people. And I watched Cole Finnegan in the Hickenlooper administration. There was even a time in the Pena administration when the Denver City Council said to the city attorney's office, do not send us any city attorney to our council meetings because we do not agree with your political city attorney opinions. The city attorney is a hired appointee, and all attorneys are simply hired guns. The city council and the citizens have no attorney. Only the mayor has an appointed attorney. I have worked on 6 charter revision committees. I have been the chair of 3 of them. Since the Hickenlooper administration has entered office, there has never been a charter revision committee. There has never been discussions of what is in our charter. And this idea of charging and leasing our public land in our parks is contrary to the charter and must be voted upon by the electorate. I also want to correct, the job of a lawyer is you hire a lawyer and the city attorney, and I've loved several of them. They've been great friends. But they're hired guns. They do what their boss wants them to do. They do not do what the council wants them to do. I belong to councils that went out and hired their own attorney for certain issues and also sent the attorney home. I suggest that the only course that you can legally take is none. You can suggest that this be put before the voters, but the voters have to decide. And there's one thing that was mentioned tonight that I think you ought to know also. If you make this, somebody makes the decision, the voters, to allow money to be charged for events, that money, according to our city's constitution, may not be spent in parks. It must go to the general fund and be allocated along with all other funds for any section of the city. If you sell tickets out here, they can't go to La Alma or even to the parks budget. They have to go to the whole city. And people should know that. And people ought to start dealing with the truth. And the charter is the truth.